Hello, George.
Hello.
So what does it mean to fish sustainably?
To fish sustainably, it encompasses a few different factors, not just the sustainability of the stock itself, so are there enough fish in the sea, but also the interaction that the fishermen have with the environment and the ecosystem in which those fish are. It's also encompasses effective management of that fishery as well. So, is the fishing monitored? Is the fish coming out of the sea monitored? And are they kept up to date with the status of that stock and the impacts that the fishing is having?
So if you don't do things properly, what can happen? I mean, what is the impact on the ocean?
Well, I guess that there are many impacts from reduction of stocks in general to negative impacts on local ecosystems and indeed livelihoods as well. If fisheries are overfished, then there's a risk of fishermen's livelihoods not being able to be sustained themselves. So a lot of communities and indeed people around the world rely on fish not just as a resource for protein and eating, but also to make money and survive.
Yeah, because currently there is a lot of import of fish from somewhere else, and so probably the local communities are a little bit strained, I guess.
In some ways, yes. I mean, it's difficult to define local in fishing terms because it is such a global commodity. The UK imports huge amounts of fish, but also exports it as well. Local fishermen benefit from exporting fish around the world. So it's not just a local issue; it's a global issue as well.
So, touching about something that can interest the audience. So, when people just go to the supermarket and want to buy a fish, what should they do? What should they look for on the package? What information is kind of crucial to understand, if it's possible to understand, if it's sourced properly, if it's sourced sustainably?
Well, as a representative of the MSC, we would always say look for the MSC Eco label. It's the leading sustainable certification for wild capture seafood in the world. It's third-party audited, and it's a trusted program. It assesses all those three things that I've just talked about: the stock detail, the management of that fishery, and also the impact on the local ecosystem as well. So look for the label would be the number one advice. Okay,
I think that's it. Thank you very much for your suggestions.
Yeah.
Yeah.